What's up, guys? This is Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm here today at Audi in Clearwater bringing you the brand new 2020 Audi S7. This one, MSRP is going to start around $83,900. This one we got today is around $97,600 and change. This model has the S Sport package. You also have the black optic package and the Prestige package. We're going to go over all the details, take it for our test run. We're going to do it starting now. This model, you're going to be getting the HD Matrix LED with laser lights. You're also getting that single frame, six-sided, dual horizontal grille for Audi. It's blacked out because you got the black optic package, which also blacks out the fog lamp area and your side mirror caps. You're also getting the Prestige package, which will be giving rear heated seats. You'll get the heads-up display, also the extended leather and premium materials through the cabin. This one also has the S Sport package, which is really intuitive because you'll be getting that four-wheel steering. So what that means is whenever you're in kind of like a parking lot area or whatnot, if you turn to the left, your rear wheels will turn to the right to give you a better turn circumference. If you're on the highway or quicker speeds, it'll turn the same direction as your steering wheel. This does that at about a 5-degree turn radius in it. You'll also be getting those red brake calipers to give that race heritage. And you're also going to be getting that rear differential that is also race derived, kind of as an example like torque vectoring for better cornering. Now we're going to take it to the side profile. The length of this vehicle is at 196 inches with a wheelbase at 115.3 inches. It's about a half an inch longer than I would say the 2018 model because they didn't have this in 2019. This vehicle is also kind of going against your Maserati Ghibli, your Mercedes-Benz, AMG, CLS. This vehicle also is no longer packing the V8. It is now a V6 twin turbo engine. This one's set with 22-inch wheels as we take it to the rear. This vehicle is dynamic performance, powered for the enthusiasts, and you can see that with this really aggressive rear that they've done. Now the spoiler lip actually does move and it is functional to give you better aerodynamics. You also have the radar rear tail lights, and they also have an animated light at the end of the night. Whenever you're locking it, it'll go across the whole rear of the vehicle, so it's really nice. Another nice thing that I really do enjoy about this S7 is the quad exhaust outlets. They're real exhaust tips. You got the diffuser, just shows you that muscular, powerful sports line in this S7. Now we're going to take it underneath the hood, go over the engine spec. 2.9 liter TFSI bi-turbo V6 Quattro all-wheel drive. 444 horsepower with 443 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 at 4.3 seconds. Gas consumptions between 18 and 28 with a combined of 22 miles per gallon. Your height on this vehicle is at 55.8 inches with a width of 75.1 inches, matted with your 8-speed automatic transmission and 21-inch sports wheels. Now the reason why you want to opt for the S7 opposed to the A7, MSRP on that one is around $69,000. With the S line, you get more luxury amenities, more luxury materials inside the cabin. This vehicle is also a hatchback derived vehicle. It's not a hatchback, however, it has that functionality for the cargo space. This one now is a 5-seater, unlike the previous generation, which was a 4-seater. This one also has your soft closed doors, so if you don't close it, they sink in and close for themselves. Now we're going to go into the interior. Inside, you're going to be getting 37 inches of headspace, 41.3 inches of leg space, which is quite a bit in the vehicle. In the dash, you're getting the wood inlays, the Quattro with the black polish throughout, leather with contrast stitching. Then going onto your steering wheel, you'll get the perforated and the leather wrap on it. You'll also get your button functionalities for your 12.3 Audi virtual cockpit, and you also get some functionalities for your 10.1 MMI 3.0 touchscreen infotainment, which is also navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You'll also get a second infotainment screen. That one will be derived for your air condition, different seat positioning, and for your heated seats and heated steering wheel. This vehicle will also be coming with your S Sport seating with 8-way power adjustments and 4-way lumbar supports. Also inside, you'll be getting that wireless charger, which also amplifies your signal for your phone and attaches you to your Apple CarPlay or your Android Auto. In the rear of this Audi, you're going to get 37.1 inches of headspace, which is actually more than the front. Leg space isn't too bad for 2. For 3, it's going to be a little tight. 37 inches, so it's actually pretty good in this executive brand. You do have some cup holders here. You do have a storage here. You can close all that up and just pick it up like that. You also have your dual climate control settings in the rear with your heated seats, also a 12-volt charger, 2 USB ports, some storage behind the seats. You'll get an AC vent here and in the center. Going over onto the center so you can see the headspace. And as you see, the headspace is not as optimal for somebody that's over 6 foot tall. However, if you're around 5'10", it's not so bad. Sliding back into the executive seat over here, and this is the Volcano leather, which is diamond stitch contrast throughout the cabin. You also get kind of an Alcantara type insert here, and your real wood inserts through the door panels in the rear. And your cargo space is at 25 cubic square feet. You do have a 12-volt charger here, and you also have a spare tire down here, and then you also have the privacy net right there with a little area here that you can put kind of anything you need, or you can just kind of close it like that to make it look more of a coupe. So now we're taking this S7 out on our test run. We do have it in dynamic. We're also going to put it in the Tiptronic. Now, some nice things about this 444 horsepower. The 0 to 60 is at 4.5 seconds, which is literally a second quicker than your A7. So that is really nice. If you're looking for a hatchback type vehicle that is really roomy inside and kind of like a, alternative to maybe a small compact SUV, I would say this is something that you can actually really opt for. Now we're going to give it some gas to see how she does. Flooring it in this bi-turbo, and it is just super quick. I really like that exhaust note. It has a really nice crackle to it, so it's really, really nice. We're gonna build up the rev a little bit. Oh my gosh. Wow. So if you do kind of like a launch control type movement in it, it's good. Even if you don't, it's still pretty good. You do have a little bit more pound-feet of torque whenever you're building up the RPM because you're already spoiled up that turbo. But it doesn't need to be. It actually always stays, if it's in dynamic, at a 2 RPM, and it's just ready to go at any given time. Visibility in the car is really good. Quietness in the cabin is really nice. Seats are actually really nice. They're not necessarily too wide, but they're not too narrow. You do sit relatively comfortable. It does feel more of a sporty seat. However, it's a very luxurious seat, the way they have it positioned with the cushioning in it. I also like the infotainment screen that is updated. It's a little bit less glitchy than the models prior. And also this is an upgrade compared to the prior model, which was a 7 to 8 inch infotainment screen that was not touchscreen. Now we're going to kind of stop in the middle of the road. Here it is. And it is just ever so quick. That exhaust crackle again is just really nice. The braking in the vehicle is good too because this is the S Sport package. So you're getting the upgraded braking, you're also getting the performance in the vehicle. So all around this vehicle is capable to do what it is. Now things I dislike, the steering, it is so good that I don't actually feel any response in the steering. And the reason why you kind of want to feel a response is if you're taking a corner at, maybe a higher speed, you're not going to feel anything, so you don't know if you're in a bad situation unless you're a pretty decent driver, you have driving experience in doing different racing technique. This is derived from your RS5, so it's more or less the same engine, 2.9 liter. Now, you are losing about 6 horsepower from the previous model, and you're losing and you're actually gaining almost 40 pounds of torque with this model. So you got your pros and your cons, but I would definitely say that they have really tuned this well. And I mean, the steering, because of the fact that you got that S Sport suspension in it, it just makes it even more nice in the fact that you got good brakes. You also have very good cornering capabilities. The vehicle also, with this technology, has the way the turbos are derived is it starts off at a low turbo, so it kind of starts spoiling it, and then they have another turbo that goes at a higher RPM, so it's almost like a constant spool. That way it's never actually asleep, and then if you want to just give it gas, it's ready to go. So it really does drive a little bit less like a turbo and more kind of like an aspirated V6. Now, that crackle noise that you get, I think it is just super nice. Very quiet, all dual pane windows, so they really have sealed this car up really nice. You can hear the exhaust note, which is not unpleasant. Ride quality is actually super smooth, even with these 21-inch wheels. So on this infotainment, you could do pinch gestures as well, so it's really nice. This is Google Earth. You can click into the home, so that way you can see what all you have. Click in there, this is your apps. You can slide over and you have a few more apps. Click into the vehicle. This is actually really nice because you can click on your driving assistance. You can actually individually pick which systems that you want on or off. And this is actually really good because if there's like a storm or maybe you're in a tight area, you don't want some of these safety features going off like crazy because you know you're not actually doing anything wrong. You can turn them off. Now you can also go into your Audi driver select. This is also really intuitive. You can click into your individual. You can put everything as a sport derived from your engine sound, your steering, your suspension, and even your drive. That will change the whole dynamics of the vehicle. You can also change the engine sound to make it quiet, or you can make it a little bit more beefy if you like. Clicking back, you can also put it in a dynamic and auto or comfort mode. Click into these quick buttons on the side and it'll just take you to your navigation, your Bluetooth connectivities, your stereo, your sat nav, or your settings here. The bottom infotainment is derived for your 4 climate control settings. So this is for your front and for your rear. This also has your heated seats and your heated steering wheel, and it also has the heated rear seat capabilities as well. You would click onto the rear, you can actually change everything you want. You can click off of that, and then you just hit exit. It'll take you right back into the screen. Putting it into reverse, and you can actually change different positions of the camera with it, so it's very intuitive. You have a lot of settings and a lot of different views that you can do. Also, that 360, you could do it on both ways. As you see, the wheels do move. You have full functions and sensors all over the vehicle. You can just do a reverse, and then it'll make it easier for that parking because you have this little grid box. You can also make it a bit wider of a screen. You can go more to the sides, so that way you can see if there's a pole or how close you are to the next car. I mean, just again, a lot of settings. Going into the 3D, which is my favorite, you can actually move it this way, or you can move it this way. And if you don't like that, you can actually move it yourself. So you can move it like this, and now as we're reversing, you can actually see the vehicle reversing in a 3D way, which is super cool because literally you don't have to worry about anything. It shows you your brake lights. If you put the emergency lights on, it shows you those as well. So that way you know every single thing you're doing. If you put a turn signal on, it shows you as well. Coming over here, if you want to make sure, see how close you are, you can actually see, and you can pull up any which way you want. And I'd like to thank Audi here in Clearwater for giving us this 2020 Audi S7 for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, click the subscribe button, check out the details and merchandise and everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides.